Alright guys, this is my hair. I just blow dried it and I wanted to show you guys how I trim my hair on stretched hair. A lot of the times in the past I've trimmed my hair on wet or moist. This time I wanted to do it on stretched hair just to show you guys how to do it. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my ends are a little bit frazzled. Like they could definitely be even. So I'm gonna go through and show you guys what I like to do. I'm gonna section off my hair because that's how it works best to do it for me. And I'll probably just go through little sections like that. So I like to work with sections about this size because it's not too nitpicky. Like you don't have to have sections like this size because really what are you gonna compare it to? I like to see where my hair is nice and dark and thick and where it stops being like that. So as you guys can see, that's probably just about here. It gets to be a little frazzled. What I like to do is I take my small teeth comb, which I will never ever use unless I'm cutting my hair. It just helps with these small sections that I want to really get a good idea of where to cut. You don't want to just cut anywhere. And I'm going to use these hair scissors, which I only use for hair. I don't use them for anything else. You make sure they're nice and clean and sharp, because if you have any dull scissors or old scissors or scissors that you use for all types of stuff, it's going to be worn down and it's going to be more dull, and the more dull it is, the more it's going to give you some more split ends. So what I do is I will start at the bottom when I comb because it's small and you don't want to lose hair if you don't need to. Just like that. I'll take the hair in between my index finger and middle finger and I'll run it all the way taut to the end where I want to trim. So right about there. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can get a good idea of what I'm cutting off here. So as you guys can see, it's nice and thick and dark, and then you got some ends here. And I just go in and cut it. And then that's it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it feels so soft. What I'm gonna do is make sure to twist. That will make sure that I don't cut the same hair twice. And I'll just take another section about that size, brush on my fingers through for any big tangles. There shouldn't be too many since I just blow dried it. Then small tooth comb. You always want to make sure your hair is detangled when you're cutting it, because if you cut down here at the ends and there's a tangle up here, it's going to be uneven by the time you detangle it. Make sure everything is nice and taut right between those two fingers. Pretty obvious where things start to get a little messy. So I'm going to snip off all of that. And I'm honestly working with about 1/2 inch everywhere. Maybe more. If you find that your hair is cut in layers, you're gonna have to do it by the layer, or else you're gonna end up with an interesting situation. Set. So there we go. It's definitely a lot softer on the ends. Definitely even. Feels so much better. So this is what I like to do as needed, or at least every 3 to 4 months, just to make sure I get rid of anything that's like randomly split or broken. But yeah, I love doing it because it ends up giving my styles a neater look. It's easier to tangle, it's easier to do pretty much everything. Just to line up here. It's good to always check to make sure everything looks pretty even. So yeah. That's pretty much how I trim my ends, guys. Thanks for tuning in and watching me trim my ends on my stretched blow-dried hair. It's a different process for me when my hair is damp. I do have my videos still up that you guys can see. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video.